Hello and welcome to H. Greg Lux. Here I have a 2020 Porsche Taycan Turbo S. This car came with a clean Carfax report and it has 3 previous owners. What I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to show you around the car. We're going to take a look at it to see if there's any kind of damage at all, including scratches, dents, chips, or anything else. Here at H. Greg Lux, we want to be as transparent as possible and give you total peace of mind. So if there's anything you need to know about this car, we will let you know. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to check out each panel of the vehicle, and we're going to start right here with the front bumper. Let's take a look. Front bumper's looking good. What about the hood? And again, we just want to know if there's any sort of damage, including scratches, dents, chips, or anything else. The hood seems to be in excellent condition, and we can move on to the driver's side of the vehicle. We're going to go ahead and start with this fender. Again, we just want to know if there's any sort of damage. Fender looks perfect. What about the wheel? And this wheel is in perfect condition as well, with no sign of curve rash. Let's now move on to the doors. The first one looks perfect, and second one looks perfect as well. Now let's move on to this fender in the back of the vehicle. And again, I'm not seeing any kind of damage. This fender seems to be in perfect condition as well. What about the wheel? And again, I'm not seeing any type of curve rash, just like the first one. Let's now move on to the back. Again, we just want to take a close look at everything. We want to know if there's any sort of damage. I'm not seeing anything. Perfect. Let's now move on to the passenger side of the vehicle, and we're going to go ahead and start with this fender. Let's take a closer look here. And here I notice a chip right there. This is right next to the wheel on the right side of the vehicle. Everything else is looking good. Now let's move on to the wheel. And just like the last two, this one is in perfect condition. Again, I'm not seeing any kind of curve rash. Let's now take a look at the doors. First one looks good. What about the second one? Perfect. Now let's move on to the last fender. And again, we just want to know if there's any sort of damage. This fender's in perfect condition. What about the wheel? And this wheel, just like the last 3, is in perfect condition. Again, there's no sign of curve rash or any other kind of damage. We can now move on to the interior of the vehicle, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the seat, checking to see if there's any kind of wear and tear, any kind of damage. Everything's looking good. Perfect. What about the door panel? Again, we want to know if there's any tears and scratches in the leather, in any type of material. But again, I'm not seeing any kind of damage at all or any type of wear and tear. Just like the seat, this door panel is in perfect condition. Let's now take a look at the other side of the vehicle, and we're going to start once again with the seat, checking to see if there's any kind of wear and tear, any kind of damage. And in this seat, I noticed some very minor wear and tear right here on the side. You can barely notice it on the camera. Everything else is looking perfect. Now to the door panel. Once again, we're taking a really close look. But just like the other side, this door panel is in perfect condition. I don't see any kind of damage. Now, something I do want to mention right now is that this car comes with an owner's manual, as you can see right there on the screen, and 2 sets of keys. Perfect. Now let's go ahead and check out the back seats. Starting with this one, let's take a close look. Looking good. I'm not seeing any type of wear and tear. What about the other one? Looking good as well. Again, I'm not seeing any type of damage. The back seats are in perfect condition. Now with the car on, I want to show you a few things. The first of which is the mileage of this vehicle. As you can see on the dashboard, this car has 5,717 miles. The other thing I want to show you is that this car comes with a GPS system, as you can see right there on the screen, and very important as well, it comes with a backup camera. Perfect. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the steering wheel. We want to know if there's any kind of scratches, any kind of tears in the leather, any type of wear and tear. Everything's looking good. The only thing I do notice is just some very minor wear and tear right here on the left side. Barely noticeable. Now what about the buttons? We want to know if there's any scratches on them. This side looks perfect. And this side looks perfect as well. Let's now move on to the mid console. We want to know if there's any scratches on this screen, on the knobs and buttons, and on this screen, or in any type of material. Everything's looking good. I'm not seeing any kind of damage. The mid console's in perfect condition. Now we can take a look at the trunk of the car and the rear of the vehicle. And the first thing we want to do is see if there's any kind of wear and tear along the sides, any type of damage, or along the floor of the trunk. And all I notice at all is just some minor wear and tear right there on the left side, but overall the trunk's in excellent condition. Now something I do want to show you is that this car comes with a charger, as you can see right there, and some other accessories. Before we finish off this video, let's take a look at the trunk on the front side of the vehicle. And again, we just want to know if there's any type of wear and tear along the sides or along the floor of the trunk. But as you can see, it's in excellent condition and very well kept. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to contact one of our representatives here at H. Greg Lux.